Alright guys, today we'll visit the Kenwood store here in Ohio, so come on join me. We're now driving to the Kenwood store here in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm with Hazel. We would now learn how things are being prepared and packed at the fulfillment center in the store. So that's for ESEN. There's going to be a lot of things that would be very interesting for us to learn on the process for the store. So hang on.
Merchandise, and we're kind of going to do everything backwards today, but we'll collect the merchandise and bring it in here, and then we set it up to pack. So an example of what we pack, this would be some of the merchandise that we've already picked that will be ready for packing. So as you'll see, we call this a chit, and you'll see that used throughout the store. This just shows you that it's shipped and it's due to be out by 7/13 and that it's going ground. The next piece of paper just shows you the receipt. So this is all generated from the register. You can also do this from our handhelds, but when you are familiar with it, you can see the difference between the two receipts. But the second receipt will just be included within the customer's purchase. It just states the UPC, the price, and it has their shipping information on it. But the way that we pack is that we pack based on the ship out date. So if we have things that are due today, then obviously we'll pack those first. One of the things that you have to keep an eye on is if another store outs an item, it may have been due to go out yesterday, but we still have the opportunity to ship it for them. So when fulfillment first rolled out, we get picked up to twice a day, and then we actually have Saturday pickups. We don't have any pickups on Sunday. Average store only gets picked up once a day. So within that, you also have to time when your operation is done. Because my ship, as soon as you click my ship out for the day, it generates the ship out date to the following date for the customer. Ensure that the item is in good quality, that doesn't have any snags, that there is no like ink on it or anything like that, or like almost like grease or anything. You also have them check to make sure there's no sensors, because we obviously want to make sure there's no sensors on it. The next thing is that you verify the UPC matches the receipt. So in this case, you'll see the 2671 matches with the 2671 here. Is based on the price, because we still are not linked up with .com pricing. So you could buy something on .com that's more expensive than the store, or vice versa. Normally .com is cheaper than the store, but we always have to make sure that the price tag is taken off. In this case, we will cut it off. Sometimes you'll have to use a black Sharpie marker. So if we do that, that's normally more on like a housewares or a box or an item where you physically can't remove it. If we do put the black Sharpie on it, the best practice is to put a tiny piece of Scotch tape over it so it just doesn't smear. Those are just best practices that we have within the associates world. But you'll just make sure the price tag's cut off. And then we always want to try to make it as efficient as possible. So from a packing standpoint, have the merchandise be as close to the size as it is. So now all I have is the customer's receipt and then a packed with pride card, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with these. These are specific to the store. So we again order them, but on the back of them, it would actually list our store number. So it would say pack ID 71560. 560 is the location for Kenwood. So every package should get one of these in there also. It just is telling them thank you for ordering with us. So that goes in with the receipt. And then we want to just make sure we have the best bag for the item. And then the goal is just to have it as condensed down as possible. And then after we have it in this poly mailer bag, we just put like a little piece of Scotch tape on it to secure it. And then other thing too is they've added a second strip, which you guys might be familiar with this. This is what we get inundated with returns. So if the customer wants to return it, they can use the same bag. So we always take off the first strip. The bottom strip would be for them to reuse the bag. So it says returns are easy. This bag can be reused to send us. Just peel the strip above the seal. And then this actually is the barcode or the website that tells them how to get the self-generated UPS label, which I probably can find a return. Our store gets close to, I'd say at least 20.com fulfillment order returns a day, which I bubbled that up before because when we take them, 90% of the time they weren't generated from the store. So what happens is they come here, we spend a whole lot of time returning the merchandise, and then I have to turn around and send it out because it's not congruent to my store.
Credit for the sale.
The interesting thing for us is most stores, their shippable has gone up unit-wise. Ours gone down slightly, but our box has doubled. So most stores have a threshold number, which once you hit that threshold, then you're not supposed to receive any more units. So I kind of think that might have something to do with it, but I'm not positive. So, all right. So now this is just ready, and you'll see that I taped what we call the chit with the customer's information on just to the package, and then I just have it on the scale. I come over to my ship, and 9 out of 10 times for me, I just pull up Kenwood, and then my printer number is on here, so I just make sure I'm on the right printer. And then after that, I just scan the barcode for the shipping. It will then default back over to dimensions, and I scan the dimensions of the bag, and that's going to print a label. So then this is my UPS label, and it has all the information on it. This is the sure post, so that means that USPS is actually going to deliver it. So I know that's been brought up before in visits, where like we don't decide if it's UPS or USPS. The system does, but we also don't separate these out. So all of this goes with UPS, and then they filter it. The only thing we pull out is priority. So then, from a packing standpoint, we always want to verify just the customer's name with here. And then one of the things that we teach them to do is we try to have the label as close to on the seal of either the box or the bag as possible, just to have the integrity of the package there. But then yeah, after that, it just goes onto our cart. So that's how you pack it.